Hi everyone,
Hello,
my name is Tom,
my name is Abby.
and we are the course directors for Anatomy and Physiology at UIC.
At UIC, Anatomy and Physiology is an extremely large course. To provide access to all of our students, our course is normally considered a hybrid format. In this case, our lectures are typically online and labs are normally in person. Due to the current circumstances of COVID-19, we understand that our fall might look a little bit different. So we wanted to take this opportunity to really explain to you what our facilities look like, what our courses look like online, but in addition, what are some adaptations that we have to do so that we can grasp all of our students even on a fully online format, or if students do decide to come in person.
So one of the biggest questions we are receiving is why to take A&P. Now A&P course might serve as to your major or maybe towards a prereq for your professional program, such as
Nursing, athletic training, OT, PT, being a physician assistant. Really, anatomy and physiology is the backbone for all of these programs. Within anatomy and physiology, we also explore clinical topics. We take concepts that you might see in your future careers and apply them to our course specifically. We give examples, we talk about patients in a clinical setting, and how this might change their anatomy and physiology.
although you can take Anatomy and Physiology anywhere, we want to convince you to take Anatomy and Physiology with us. As we mentioned before, some of you might be coming this fall to the campus, and some of you will take the online version of the course. So therefore, we would like to explore our facilities with you.
So right behind us is what our dry lab actually looks like. Now, we're not actually in the dry lab. We're virtually in the dry lab. We wanted to really show you, what are all of the models that we have. There's over 1,000+ models in this room. Now, on a given day, you're not going to be working with 1,000+ models, but throughout the semester, we would say that you would work with a majority of them. In this room, we also have 3 large monitors. So if you're sitting at the tables, you can glance forward to the whiteboards in front of you, but also a PowerPoint may be projected onto those monitors as well. In addition to this space, there are also 12 iPads that students can check out and use to your own advantage. And we'll show you a couple of resources later on which you can actually use on these iPads. Now, I want you to imagine this room. There is loud conversation going on. In addition to the students, there's also a laboratory instructor. In addition to that, there's also a teaching assistant, which is a graduate student, also helping to assist the facilitation of the classroom. And then, in addition to that, there's also undergraduate teaching assistants who again, have taken the course previously. They were successful in that, and they are, again, helping you to be successful in this lab environment. Now, right down the hall from this room, we also have another space considered our wet lab.
So behind us now you can see the wet lab. In the wet lab, we have 10 tanks of cadavers, and this is one of the best resources that we have, and also what makes the A&P at UIC so unique. Now in those tanks, we have human cadavers, and those cadavers are already dissected for you. However, you get the opportunity to put gloves on, to put mask on, and you can actually touch those organs. You can hold the brain in your hand, you can hold the heart in your hand, and of course you can learn and study from it. Now for those who successfully complete this course, you also will have the opportunity to take another course, and that is to dissect those cadavers. Our dissection course is very unique to our program. This is where you get the opportunity to dissect those cadavers, and those dissections are being used for students who take the Anatomy and Physiology course.
Like you in the fall.
Now we want to emphasize that for those who are taking this course completely online, you will still learn the same information. What we like to do now is to show you how our course is built.
So as you can see, there are 2 videos on the top of your screen. These 2 videos are implemented into our online learning management system, also known as Blackboard. We have anatomy and physiology videos that are pre-recorded for students to listen to and watch on their own time. On the top left-hand side, you can see that we're talking about neurotransmitters. This is a chemical that is found in the human body, and it's more of a physiological aspect. On the right-hand side, you can see that we are walking through actual cadaver muscles. And this video is also, like I mentioned, being recorded, and we post these on our Blackboard site.
As you saw before, we have more than 1,000 models, and we have also cadavers, and those are great resources. Unfortunately, you cannot take those with you home. However, what we can offer you is some software that you can use at home and also on your mobile devices. For example, we have a software that you can access from home, from your computer, and this is called PAL. And on PAL, you're going to see images of cadavers, and you can remove some of the structures, and again, highlight different areas. Now, the platform that we are using is Blackboard, and we can show you just a glimpse on how Blackboard is organized. You're going to have the announcement page. You're also going to have the lecture material where you will find your weekly information regarding the material that you need to study from, assignments. Everything is going to be posted on Blackboard. And for those who cannot come and take the course in person, therefore we're going to record the lab sessions, and they're going to be posted that you can view later on. In addition to all of those great resources, another thing that we want to share with you is something that we use as a 3D software where you can manipulate the human body. You can also do a virtual dissection. For example, you can remove certain structures, you can zoom in, you can highlight, and as you can see on the side of the screen, you will see information regarding that specific structure. You can also see that structure in motion while you're isolating it, and now let's see that muscle move. All of this will be available for you on your mobile devices and your laptops. And one thing regarding those software is once you download it on your mobile device, this is for life, and therefore they will never expire. And as you continue with your programs, you will always can go back and use those software. So if you continue with our virtual dissection, we're going to remove the muscles and also remove the bones. And now you can actually see the heart. You can dissect the heart, but you can also see the heart beating.
So on the screen in front of you, again, you see a heart placed in its anatomical placement. If I go ahead and push play, you can begin to see that the heart is actually beating. If I click on BPM, which stands for beats per minute, I can speed up the heart rate, and I can actually slow it down as well. Now, what's really cool about this software is that I can also dissect at the same time that the heart is beating. So if I click on the outer muscular wall of the heart and I hide that structure, we can then see internally in the heart and the structures and how they function. You should see arrows moving about the heart, which shows you the direction of blood flow. In addition, you can also see the valves move.
We are thankful for this opportunity to show you our anatomy and physiology program. In addition to those great resources that we showed you, we also want to emphasize our great A&P team that is here for you.
In addition to our team, including Tom and myself, but also our lab instructors, our TAs, our UTAs, we've also paired up with other resources across the university like the Wellness Center, advisors, and even tutoring centers like we have within our own kinesiology department known as the Academic Support and Achievement Program. But during these crucial times, we understand that many resources are needed, but we want to emphasize that we are really great resources. As you can see above us, we have our emails. And we want to let you know that please don't hesitate to reach out to either of us if you have any questions about our course, requirements, prereqs, content, or anything that we have not mentioned here before.
Hopefully we'll see you this fall. Take care.
Bye-bye.